Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we finished up the production line for our new enriched fuel blocks. So got that done. I went ahead and hooked them up to a loading area down here. Where was it? It's over here. So there, we now have fully loaded warehouses with enriched fuel blocks ready to be used for various purposes. And one of those purposes is going to be fueling the trains in this area, which is kind of the next project I have in mind here. Off screen, I went ahead and finished hooking up all of these production lines for ore, so we have all the ores ready to go, and in these new double-length trains, which should be able to move a significantly higher volume of ore. Which is kind of what the plan is, because these trains are going to be feeding the upcoming foundry that is going to be built, that we're going to be building here. And I've gone ahead and queued in removing lots of trees to get ready for the new foundry area. Still probably have lots more trees to deal with. How's pollution looking? I did clear a few more nests up here in the north because these pollution plumes are getting a little too close for comfort. And they might still be. I gotta keep an eye on this, because if it starts to drift across the water here, it might cause some trouble, and you might need to remove a few more nests up there. But so far, it looks fine. But we'll see as we continue to add more stuff up here. Alright, so these new refueling areas here. This is going to be a bit tricky. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I have some ideas, but I'm going to need to see if they work. Because I want each of these bays to not only be able to service these standard length trains, but also these double length trains. And I could have just made separate areas, but I don't want to do that because that's not that efficient. I want to see if I can do this more effectively. Alright, so what my thinking is to actually use 2 stops in each bay. Okay, so if I put a stop there where it normally would be, right, then we would have like an inserter feeding there and an inserter feeding there, probably, right? So then what if I also put a stop right about right about there would also work. So if a train stops there, the locomotive can still get fed. So this would be the one for the short trains. This would be the one for the long trains. Now, my concern would be that, let's say a short train pulls in here. Let's just say, for example, that all the trains, all of the loading bays are full. Worst case scenario. All the refueling bays are full with short trains. then the long trains will start queuing up, right? Because it'll be trying to get to that stop, but it'll need to wait until these things clear. No, they're not going to sit there for too long, in theory, but it still could create a traffic jam. So what I want to do is turn this stop off when this stop is occupied to prevent any potential queuing problems. So how might I do that? I think it can be done. Let's see. If I just directly connect them like that. Let's see here. Read. Sends the contents of the circuit network to the train, so they can be used for wait conditions. No, that's not what I'm looking for. When a train is stopped at the train stop, a signal is sent with a unique number for that train. Okay. Output signal. Signal T. Okay. Let me just see here. All right. So if I have a train parked there, is there any way for me to know what that connected to network? So we would enable disable. Enabled condition would be if signal T equals 0. Is not equal to 0. Okay, no, that's not. See now. Output signals. Input signals. Output signals. Okay, so what if I use a combinator here? Arithmetic combinator, decider combinator. We'll use a decider combinator. Remove that. Let's see. We would have a decider combinator there, I think. We would connect that to the input. Then we would connect the output to that. Okay. So, let's see. Parameters. We would output green signal 1, right? And so it would enable if the green signal does not equal 1. Set. Okay. Is greater than 0. It does not tell me. See what I have to... Refueling station... Circuit condition? Wait until... No, that's not what we're looking for. Oh. No, read stop train. That's what we'll... Okay. If it equals 0, send 1. A signal was sent with a unique number for that train. Now, do I actually have to give it a command to go to that stop? Let me see. I really want to figure out how this works. No, not refueling station. What was the name of this stop? John Castle, Britain. Okay. There you go. Let's say... Inventory full. Let's give it a wagon. Because why not? And then tell it to drive to that stop. And then stop there. Yes, it does actually need to have a command. Okay, 1.9K. So if it's greater than 0, then turn it off. And then what if I remove that? Then it turns back on again. Excellent. And then I could do it the other way as well. Decider combinator. Would I want to do that? Would I need to do that? I mean, in theory, it could go both ways. Yeah, if we do it like this, we'll do signal T, because let's see, we want to read stop train, output signal T, right? Greater than 0, send green, and then we'll do red signal to there. Right. And then if I send a train to Elijah... What was this again? Yeah, something like that. There, inventory full. Oh. I copied it. There you go. Okay, good. Then it'll turn that off. Because every single train should have a non-zero identifier. One would hope that there's no zero train. Okay. That ought to work. And then what I just need to do is make that pay a blueprint. Let's get rid of all of this because we don't need that. Because that's just for the train that's delivering the fuel. And remove all that. Say yes. And then 2, 3. I'm gonna have to give a little bit of an extra gap there. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do 13 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to start with. Now this one is just going to be named Refueling Station. Right? Refueling Station. And this is going to be called the Refueling Station Long. It would help if it had actually properly renamed this. Refueling Station. Apply the name change. There you go. And every single train on the map has that stop as being listed. And I'm making these white because why not? Well, because they're using the white enriched fuel blocks as opposed to the brown wood blocks. As good a reason as any. Now the one issue is that none of these loading areas have any access to fuel yet. So that will be a slight problem. But only a slight problem. Alright, how we're going to do this is that you're going to come through here. I probably could have included this in the blueprint. But that's okay. And there you go. There's the first train arriving now. And that turned off as usual, and then it turned back on once it left. Good. Good, 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 good. Oh, there is a bit of a problem there, isn't there? We need another splitter. Oh, okay. Yeah, there needs to be another splitter. And it needs to be there. There we go. Okay. So now I can. I can set this up properly. Yep, it's working. So yeah, these things only stack to 20, so that actually doesn't really hold that much. Alright, now we just need to copy the settings for each of these across the whole list. And then the whole thing will work. Oh, I need to make the decider combinators. Whoops. Missing a bit. Oh well. It'll be fine now. It only becomes a problem if all of them fill up. Not likely, as I said, but not impossible. 24. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if a train is if two trains are trying to come into the same bay when one parks, it should force the other one to the other thing. A different loading area. I'll have to check it out in practice once I actually have a place for these double-length trains to go. Alright, well, the next thing that we need to do is begin designing the new foundry. Which that should be interesting. We don't need this anymore, I don't need that anymore. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to start with copper. Hold on. So I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be yet. I was thinking it's going to be in this area. It could be. I might put the all the loading bays here to unload the ores, and then build the foundry out here, and then the loading bays for all the stuff kind of down wherever it's going to need to be. That's kind of the current plan. It means that these trains won't really move that far, but, you know, it's fine. Alright, so, as I said before, these ore production lines are scaled at 120 ore per second. And for copper, there's actually 4 different processes that we're going to need. One of them is going to be for copper sheet coils. Another one is going to be for copper wire coils. We're going to have another for molten copper. And then another for copper ingots. Because they're going to be certain processes that are going to need ingots, certain processes that are going to need copper, and then we have 2 end products here from copper. And so what I'm planning to do is have 40 ore per second go to sheet coils, 40 ore per second go to wire coils, 20 ore per second go to molten copper, and another 20 ore per second go to ingots. So let's start figuring out how this is going to scale through. Oh, hold on. Okay, so we're going to want molten copper. Oh yeah, we're going to need coolant. To figure out how much coolant everybody's going to need. I don't know if I want to have one unified coolant system, or if I want to have each run have its own coolant exchanging system. I'm not sure. All right, so ingots, we're going to get them with the best method, sulfuric acid. Oh boy. Okay, pellets and oxygen, processed copper, copper ore. Okay. So, if I did 1 per second coils, that would be 1.8 per second ore. Okay. So that's almost 2 to 1. So, for 40 ore per second, I can do 20 per second sheet coils. 22. Close. 23. Almost. 22, it would seem, is the maximum here. Alright. Now, let's see what modules will do for me, because I have access to all the module types. Let's see, consumption minus 80%. That doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. See, speed modules would just reduce the number of machines that I'd need, but 4 machines is not that big a deal. Productivity. Yeah, that doesn't seem to affect anything. What about you? Apparently productivity doesn't go in there either. Are only usable on intermediate products. So none of these can use a productivity module. No, that's for power. Oh, that's power consumption. It reduces the amount of power it consumes. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. 7, 5, 5, 13, 9, 4. Can I get these down to better numbers? Better ratios? 2. Okay. 2 to 2. Okay. 2 to 2 to 2. Nice. 2 to 2 to 4. Yep, that's a better line there. 4 to 4 to 4. Okay. That's good. Looks good. All right. Well, what do we do about copper wire coils? These are going to use almost the identical process. Well, it is the identical process, but I don't know if the ratios are the same. No, they are not. Oh. That's interesting. So it's actually less than 1 to 1. So I could do probably like, let's see, what if I set it to 40 per second? 40 per second on the wire coils. I can do 35 per second ore. That's not bad. I think we'll go with that. Let's see, 6 to 4 to 4. No. 2 to 2 to 2. I could do a 2 to 4 there as well. I mean, it wouldn't run at a peak efficiency, but it doesn't have to. And then that's 8, which I can bring that down to 2. And 2. Okay, good. Oh, and we are getting to the point where we're about done here for this episode, but let me just at least get these set up. Okay, so for molten ore, we could probably do 350 per second. What if I set it to 400 per second? 20. There you go, that's perfect. Which means we would do 40 ingots per second as well, right? Right, 40 ingots per second is going to be 20 ore per second. Alright, and then you guys just get brought, well, that's 2 to 1. Maybe we could do 2 to 2. Yeah, two across the board there. And then for this one, we're going to do 2. Two to 2. Yep, there you go. Okay. So that's all planned out. Now I just need to work on getting the offloading area for the ore ready, which I'll do that all off screen. And then we'll start getting the new foundry built, starting with copper. All right. But we'll stop here for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.